IEBC was expecting the biometric voter registration kits to arrive on the 25th of October. Instead, they arrived last weekend. The Commission, however, says all is not lost. It will still deliver a credible voter register without locking anyone out within the remaining time. With the arrival of the much-awaited BVR kits, IEBC hit the ground running, and training of trainers is now going on in 7 different locations across the country. This is one such training center, the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. Safran Mofo, the supplier of the kits, is in charge of the training of trainers training. 1,000 trainers are now in class. They shall in turn train 29,000 clerks, an exercise that is expected to begin on the 12th of November and end on the 17th of November.
Every single person, the 30,000 of them that you deploy for purposes of actually conducting voter registration, must be familiar with technology. It's not one of those issues that you would sit in a lecture hall and give a lecture and assume that everybody has understood. You must have an assessment of every single clerk.
To register, a voter shall be required to present an ID or passport to the clerk. The clerk then captures the identity details, which the voter is required to confirm. Afterwards, the clerk will ask the voter to place the 4 fingers of his or her left hand on the fingerprint reader and thereafter the right hand.
And for us to know who you are, we don't so much rely on the identification documents that you are using. We are relying on your fingerprints. If an applicant for registration shows up at a registration center and they either don't have fingers, or their fingers are damaged, or they are poor quality, especially in the farms where people do a lot of manual work, we then mark on the corresponding box where that finger is supposed to be, we mark it either as missing, damaged, or bandaged. And so when you place your fingers on the fingerprint scanner, the system already knows that one finger and this particular finger on this hand is missing, and therefore it will accept the remaining fingers.
After the 8 fingers, the voter will then be required to place the 2 thumbs on the fingerprint reader. The voter will then have his or her passport size photo taken and then finally sign the IEBC reference book and take registration slip. However, the registration slip will not be required on the voting day.
On election day, we are going to extract the registers by electoral area, and electoral area means polling station, onto another device, which is also based on the same or similar technology of EFIS for the purpose of checking in or authenticating voters at every polling station, and each station will have that device.
Knowing the tough terrain and the power supply challenges in Kenya's rural areas, the kits have been fitted with 2 rechargeable batteries accompanied with 2 solar panels. In addition, the Commission assures that the entire system is tamper-proof and data cannot be lost even if a clerk makes an error.
For you to be able to hack a system, you must have access to the system. And you can either have physical access, in which case I grab this box, then I try to run those hacking tools against the database. Or I must have logical access to the system. To gain logical access to the system, you have to have some connectivity. And there is no connectivity on this system. It's a standalone operation. Even if you succeeded in grabbing this box and the data is still intact, that data is encrypted.
The Commission has 30 days to register voters, but when will that crucial exercise begin?
After the end of the training, the chair of the Commission will be able to tell when the voter registration commences.
Sylvia Chebet, Citizen Live at 9.